There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. And as you can see, I've been busy. I never have decorations up by December 1st. It's sometimes Christmas Eve before I even begin to think about decorating the tree, or maybe at the earliest 2 or 3 days before Christmas. But it's December 1st, and I have decked the halls. Now, I've only just gotten started. You like my tree? I'm going to take you on a little tour around here and show you some of the decorations and talk about, not tonight, it's just December 1st. We have plenty of time, we've got the whole month ahead. But I want to say hello and welcome. I've been off for a few days, but here I am. On my lap, I'm going to get rid of this little portable heater here in just a minute because it's nice and warm by the fireplace. And he has his bed down there. And he likes to go back to his look up. He likes to go back to his ancient Egyptian days, right? When they got all the sun that they wanted. Well, it's Monday night, December 1st, and I hope you're all doing well. It got pretty chilly around many parts of the country, and I actually had to do some work on the windows over here because that wind was howling. So some of the little insulation strips needed to be replaced. And I decided I would throw one of these logs on. Now, when it's really cold, it's not terribly cold yet, but when it's really cold, there's nothing like a wood fire. But sometimes I like to burn the little Duraflame logs. They burn for about 2 hours, maybe 3, depending on the size of the log that you buy, and it just takes, some of the chill out of the house. Well, I'm sipping on something warm. I hope you are as well. And I have a few things I want to talk about because I am excited. First, I want to say that before this video is over, we're going to go out to the kitchen. And I'd like to show you some things and I want to say thank you to some folks who sent some things. And some of these things were sent to me last summer. And I really feel horrible that I didn't put them on and say, I know you don't send things for me to put them on and say anything, but I feel badly that I haven't already done this. So I'm going to do that in just a few minutes, take you up there, just show you a few things that some nice folks have sent, which I really, really do appreciate. And then I want to show you some items that are going to be coming up for sale. And I'm also going to shout out another channel. Now I'm whispering as if the person hears me. I know they can't, but I hope you'll stay tuned for that. I'd also like to say, I completely forgot that today is what's called Giving Tuesday. And I guess the Monday after Thanksgiving, a lot of folks are shopping online, and this is called Giving Tuesday. I didn't know the cat came back. Yes, he did. Giving Tuesday. I didn't plan this, but last week when I placed 2 items up for auction with the intent that all of the profits would go to charity, I didn't realize that those auctions were going to end today, and they did. They just ended about maybe an hour and a half ago. A small rotating Christmas tree that plays Silent Night, and another ceramic Christmas tree with a nativity scene on the inside that lights up. I am so thankful and so excited. Those 2 items, one sold for $230 some dollars and the other $100. So just over $300, about $320 or so, is going 100% to charity, to the 2 charities that I chose. And yes, it is 7 o'clock, and some of you are going to be very happy. There's actually a clock in this place that's running and keeping accurate time. I'll tell you about that clock one of these days. Back to the auctions. Those 2 items sold for over $300, and I could not be happier. I just want to say, I haven't looked yet, so I don't know if the folks who bought them are subscribers or folks in the general public. If you are a subscriber and you saw me talk about that in one of my videos, I am so thankful that you did that. You know, this is I didn't do anything. You know, these are 2 little inexpensive items that I thrifted, and for 100% of that money to go to charity is so exciting. I talked about a Methodist hymn we used to sing. Well, it wasn't a Methodist hymn. I don't know if it's a Methodist hymn, but we used to sing it. Called Brighten the Corner Where You Are. And you have brightened my corner, and I am so thankful. The 2 charities, one is a charity that goes to help those without permanent housing here in the city of Philadelphia, providing food, clothing, and lodging when they can. And the other charity is a national charity which gives toys to children who are in hospitals. I'll give you some more updates because in case you're ever interested in how this works. Now, I've never done this before. This was the first time I did it. I still haven't gone through and checked all the emails and see exactly how it works. But the 2 items are paid for, and that money doesn't come to me for me to forward. It is electronically through the eBay system forwarded right to those charities. And it has inspired me to want to do this again. So I'm going to show you some items that are right here. They're not listed yet, but I'm going to list them tomorrow. They're also going to be up for auction, 100% for charity. And again, this time of the year, there are always folks in need, but after the year that we've had, there are so many folks in need. I have an abundance, I don't need a thing. And so I want to give as much as I can, and this isn't much, but I want to keep doing this. So I've got more items I'm going to put up for sale, for auction, and again, they'll either go to food banks or charities to help those in need. So thank you so much for those of you who were watching those items or bidding on those items and encouraging me to do this. It feels good to do it. I'm excited about doing it, and maybe those of you who are resellers or have, sell items on eBay, maybe you'll check it out as well. It was really easy to do, to pick the charity and just off it goes. And let's go out to the kitchen and let me show you some things that some lovely folks have sent. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the kindness of so many of you who have sent items. I'm going to say thank you now and show you quickly things that folks have sent. I hardly know what to say. Well, let's just say thank you. Garland, thank you so much. He sent these wonderful pieces of Jasperware and a really nice note. And I love this Peanuts Christmas tea towel underneath there for the kitchen. And a set of salt and pepper shakers in green depression glass. Garland, thank you so much for your kind words and your encouragement. I so much appreciate it. Elderly Poodle, you sent stuff, and this is just one little piece here. She also sent me let me show you. This is a postcard of some churches in Vineland, New Jersey, which is not terribly far from where I grew up. But she also sent me some hilarious ephemera, which is I'm in another spot and I just can't get to it right now. But I want to just acknowledge that and say thank you. So charming and such a delight to get that. From Susan, Susan, oh my goodness, look what she sent the cat. Salem has had a time. He's already eaten all of these freeze-dried chicken pieces. We didn't get into the catnip yet. He's enjoying the healthy joint support because he is 19 years old. This is salmon. And he's enjoying that a lot. I really appreciate this. I didn't know about it, and it does say healthy joint, and at age 19 he does have some arthritis and a little bit of limited movement. So I'm happy to give him those. And these little jerky bites with fish he likes as well. And Susan, these cards are beautiful, and you really must be paying attention because Susan knows I like black licorice. And these are both full. Now these are from the Jersey Shore, and both of these contain. Both of these have black licorice in them. I can't. I've already eaten so many of them. Anyway, so there's black licorice in here. I don't know where you got your hands on Necco wafers, Susan. I always figure out whether it's confection or confectionery company. That's what Necco stands for. They stopped making these 2 summers ago. So, Susan, I don't know where you got these from, but I'm probably going to eat one every 6 months. That should last me the rest of my life, if I live to be 100, I guess. I love Necco wafers, and I love saltwater taffies from the boardwalk. Susan lives down in Cape May Courthouse, and Cape May is right there. Beautiful spot. If you like Victorian houses, you got to go to Cape May. She also sent me some wonderful Halloween items. Look at this cat, which is either, you see table number and couple number. So this is either is it a dance card? I guess it's too small for a dance card. It says tally. Maybe it's for bridge. I'm not, what is this for? Table number, couple number. It's too small to be a dance card, and it says tally. So maybe it's maybe it's a bridge card or something, but it's a black cat. I love it. Here's another one, Beistel, black cat. A fantastic, melted plastic popcorn cat. Look at this tablecloth of crepe paper. Isn't this fantastic? I absolutely love this. And 2 wonderful magazines from the 30s. Arts and Decoration, 1938. And Collier's Magazine. And this is March of 1930. One of the things I do at night is I snuggle down with books and magazines. I'm always reading something, and I collect old magazines like this, and I really appreciate it. This is just, and peanut butter. I put peanut butter on apple slices. It's one of my favorite snacks. So this was so thoughtful. It was beautifully wrapped. I cannot say enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Susan. And now I'm going to really embarrass myself. And this is awful, 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 because I've got some items here to say thank you about, and I have either misplaced or set aside the names of the folks who sent them, and I really should be ashamed of myself for doing that. Before I do that, Joyce, I do have her card still here. Joyce sent me, she was going through her mother's things, and this is just a small sample. Her mother had traveled and traveled and traveled and collected little soaps and old matchbook covers from hotels and different places that she had been. And I got a nice card, and it was so nice, Joyce, of you to send these to me. I really appreciate that. And I know it was difficult going through your mother's things, and so I want to say thank you. Now to the subscribers who I just cannot remember, but sent these wonderful items. This fantastic old album came this summer, and I am delighted to get it because I have been collecting old family photographs since I was in high school, and I have enough of my old family photos to actually fill this up. I'll show it to you some other time in detail, but it dates to about 1890 to 1900. And it's in really good condition. I'm so excited to have it so that I can actually use it to put a lot of my old family photos in. I believe the same person who sent this also sent me this wonderful book on, and I haven't read this, Frederick Law Olmsted. Now, he was the landscape architect who I know was responsible for Central Park, and this is on the list for my wintertime reading. I love biographies, and I really want to thank the person who sent this. And I feel so horrible. I keep saying the person, and I can't remember who you are. And then also Ghost Stories of Philadelphia. I've already read this, and I absolutely love it. I forgot to show you this wonderful bag that Susan sent that has the black cat on it. The Please accept my apology to the lovely person who sent these things, and I cannot remember. And if anyone else sent anything and I didn't acknowledge it or I forgot to, please forgive me for doing that as well. It certainly is not intentional. Thank you so much, everyone. Now I'm going to do 3 more things in this video. I'm going to show you the items that I'm going to be listing tomorrow for charity, and yes, I'm going to show you the items that I'm going to be listing tomorrow for charity. I'm going to do another shout out to someone who has no idea I'm going to do this. And I'm also going to give a challenge to you, the public. Yes, so those 3 things are what I'm going to do. So let me show you first what I'm going to be selling for charity in my next charity auction. These are unmarked, but they're probably made in Japan. It's too small. I probably am going to have to stand up to do this. Well, no. These are 2 small Christmas angels. I think I may have to turn, no, you can't see them. Okay, I'll turn that back on. I'm sure the lighting is really bad, so if you want to have a better look at these items, check out the eBay store tomorrow, sometime late in the afternoon when they'll all be up and listed. I have 2 little angels here that are probably made in Japan. There's no mark on the bottom, and there's no damage on them. Their wings are all in good condition. I think they got blanched out a little bit by the bright light, but I find if I don't have bright light, if I film in subdued lighting, the picture is very grainy. So feel free to go to the website, the eBay site. The description is in the link is in the description box below. Also, these are identical. Those 2 angels were 2 different poses, but each one of these are exactly the same, and I'm going to just go ahead and sell them as a set. They are porcelain, not ceramic. They're not marked. So they could be, again, Japan or American made. 4 little choir singers there. And based on the size of their heads, I think we're getting into the 70s here. Now, you know how I feel about those big-headed 70s things. But now there were big hairdos in the 60s, but then you know all those big-headed ceramic things of the 70s? So I don't know, these are cute. They might not be 70s, maybe they're 50s or 60s. And there's no damage on those either. And then I'll stand up to show you this so you can really see it. Here is a beautiful Italian nativity set. Now I don't have the creche, so all you're getting is the old box. You can barely see here, made in Italy. And here's the old, now that's actually the, I believe you call this Excelsior. Those are wood shavings. That's an old way of packing and shipping things. I don't know if they still do that anymore. Get a little more light over here. So these are probably from the 1950s to the 60s. And it's the complete set. We've got the whole crowd. They're all here. Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. I'll let you see they're really beautifully done, and they are marked Italy on the bottom. Here is, hold on for just a second. That light still seems to be a bit too bright. I really want you to be able to see them. Okay, the Christ child. And there's Mary. And Joseph, and he's actually got his shepherd's crook with him. You see that? Let's see. There are some animals. I think there's 3, maybe 2 animals, and then the three kings are here as well. And oh my gosh, are they regal looking? And the paint on these are beautiful. Many of these sets are made in Germany and Italy. Now, these are not chalkware. It's some type of composition. Molded composition. Boy, isn't he regal looking? I love these. frankincense and myrrh. And here's one of the wise men kneeling. The three kings. There's the shepherd with the lamb. It's just, it really is. The detail on this set is just absolutely amazing. You can't go wrong. And again, as I said, better pictures, better lighting on the eBay site. And again, 100% charity on this set as well. And then finally, if you wanted something that made music and revolved and you didn't get that Christmas tree, here is a wonderful little angel. I think she's probably Japan. Well, she does say Japan on the bottom. And she's probably, well, her head is a soft rubber. I don't want to squeeze it too much. Oh, she looks like a fish. So she's probably mid-60s, probably up to about 1970, and she will play Silent Night. We'll wind her up at the end. And there she is. And she's wearing a lovely, I'm not even gonna, you remember the debacle when I tried to explain all those Barbie doll clothes about 6 months ago, 8 months ago? Everybody made fun of me. I didn't know what I was talking about. So I am not gonna comment on her outfit. I have no cognizance of fashion, but she's wearing something beautiful. And then there's, you know, the little thing up at the top, a jewel up at the top to hold it on. Now her wings came off, and it appears as though someone has hot glued them back in place. If you want to take then they're a little cattywampus, as my father used to say, just a little cattywampus. Now, if you want to take these wings off and reposition them, go for it. I'm not going to do anything to her except leave her just like that. She's got little plastic hands. Hello, hello, hello. And then when well, let's go ahead and do it, but I'm going to have to put it in the other room. We do this. And here she goes. Now she is revolving. You see that? Turn around, sweetie. We want to see you. Okay. Now let's place this on the, let's put this in the kitchen. I'll put her in a cabinet so she'll be quiet. I mean, I like Silent Night, but... Okay, I'm coming back. Here I come. Don't go away. Okay, now, I need to ask you something, because I'm not sure if I should place this up for sale or not, but I need a sip before this gets too cold. Okay. All of that stuff, total charities, and I'm so excited to do it again. Now, let me hold this up and you tell me, is it too late to auction this off? If I auction this off tomorrow, the auction will end on December 8th. And then it'll take me a day or two, and then so it might not, shipping-wise, it might not reach a person until the 12th, the 13th, 14th of December. So maybe it's too late. And I've really stopped buying these, but I couldn't help it. All right, here's the base. I'm sorry, here's the actual tree. And is this Atlantic mold? I know you can still hear that angel out there. Here. Is this Atlantic mold? I can't see it. But it's another old one. There's the base, and of course there's the tree. It's beautifully done. I love how dark the green is, and this is absolutely covered in everything. Birds and little plastic flames, and it's got everything. You see that? It is missing one of these, just one. You can get them at craft stores. And yes, everybody always asks, is there a hole in the top for a star? There is a hole in the top for a star. Somebody has bunged it up with some kind of glue. I'll get that out of there, but I don't have the star that goes on the top. They can be found, again, as I said, at craft shops. You're going to have to let me know in the comments below, should I go ahead and list this, or is it too late? Should I hold on to it until next year? I just haven't decided yet. Should I go ahead or maybe wait till next year? Okay, 2 more things that I want to do today. And then I've got some hot soup out there that's waiting for me. I'm eating late tonight. What did I want to do? Oh, I know, okay. I want to thank everybody for checking out Will's Thrifting Ventures. About a week ago, I said that I just want to shout out a few channels I've been watching that I find entertaining, and so I decided I'm going to just share some other channels I've been watching. A lot of us have heightened restrictions in terms of where we can and cannot go, and we certainly aren't doing any in-house entertaining. So maybe you're looking for a fresh face other than this face to watch. I would get tired of watching me too. And so I'm just going to be suggesting some folks that I've been watching that I think are entertaining, and maybe you might find entertaining as well. They're not always just all about antique thrifting. Will, as I said, he does dollar store hauls, and he goes to Ollie's and buys things, and sometimes he cooks, and so sometimes he buys vintage clothing, other times it's old glassware. So it's a lot of stuff, and I've enjoyed watching his channel. And so many of you, I went and I saw. You guys went over and you gave him so much encouragement, and he didn't know I was going to do that. He didn't tell me to ask me to do that, and I didn't tell him I was going to do it. So it was really fun to sort of do it as a surprise. And many of you now have been watching him and encouraging him and enjoying his channel, and I think that is just fantastic. So tonight, okay, I'm going to get quiet so she doesn't hear me. I don't even know what state she's in, but she's in the United States somewhere. The link to her channel is in the description box below. I've linked, I can't even remember whether I linked one video or just generically her channel. But last spring, when we all got locked down for the first time, I did a show called 1934 Cookies, I think, and I got an old magazine and I made magic cookies from 1934. Well, this particular person who I'm about to tell you baked them, did a video, fed them to her family, and put it up on her channel, and it was hilarious. And I mentioned it at that time, but I'm going to mention it again because I don't think a lot of you necessarily went and checked her out, and I think you should check her out because I love her channel. She's as sweet as she can be. You're going to love her kitchen. And she does vintage hauls and she does recipes. I watched her, what did I watch? I sat there last night. It was the last thing I watched before I went off to sleep. She made homemade chicken soup. You know, there's so much news in the world right now, and we go, oh, I don't want to hear any more bad news. I was lying there, I have a little TV where I can see in the bedroom, and I was watching her make chicken soup. It was so relaxing and so enjoying. I enjoyed it so much. Anyway, her channel is called Dot Likes Red. D-O-T, Dot, I guess her name is Dorothy. Dot Likes Red. Again, the description is boxed below. I hope you'll go over and check out some of her videos and really make her day and her family. She seems just like a lovely person with a very nice family, and I hope you'll check out her channel. I enjoy watching it. Okay, now the other thing, the last thing I'm going to do before we tune out is I'm going to get a little serious here. Okay, not depressing. I'm not going to talk about the news or anything. I read a comment from someone, maybe 2 days ago. I don't know, yesterday, the day before. That's not important. And the person's name is Frank. Now, I didn't ask Frank if I could do this, but he left the comment on one of my videos, so you can, anybody could see it. Frank wrote a message and said, you know, I was not going to do any decorating this year. I just was not going to get the stuff out and put it all up. But you inspired me. I think he was talking about my EAPG glass and how I had it displayed with the little red velvet tablecloth and the little bottle brush Christmas trees and the candy and everything. He said, you changed my mind. You inspired me to go ahead and do it, and I got some of the Christmas decorations out, and I feel better. That means so much to me. Now here's the serious part. I know a lot of us are not going to be doing any entertaining this year. I may be the only one, okay, besides the cat, who sees this Christmas tree this year. We're all being very careful about how many people we gather around, and it's difficult, and especially if you live alone. So, as I do, and many of you do, and many of you have written, not just Frank, but I've gotten emails and notes and things about folks who are not quarantined, or what am I trying to say? Folks who live alone. I've had many people write. Folks who live alone, and it can be difficult when the wind is howling and it's cold and it's dark at 5 o'clock, and you think, oh, I don't know. I don't think I want to drag all that stuff down. I'm not in the mood. I don't have the Christmas feeling, the Christmas spirit. I just don't know. Listen, I'm going to use another one of my father's expressions. And your father said this, and your grandparents said it, and your mother said it. And that is, I don't want to hear that. Now, what does that mean? I don't want to hear that. That meant that the discussion is over, right? Wherever you thought you were going, you're not going. Whatever you thought you were going to get, you're not getting it. That's what I don't want to hear that means. So when you tell me, it's just me, I don't want to get the decorations, I don't want to hear that. In fact, I'm telling you that I want you to do, I want you to do it for me because it makes me feel better. All right? If you're sitting at home and you're saying, nobody's coming over, half the family is gone, blah, 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 and I know, I'm not trying to diminish or make light of the sadness that a lot of people do feel around this time. It's palpable for many of us. But my challenge to you, and I guess I shouldn't say challenge is confrontational. My encouragement for you is get something out. I mean, maybe you just put a wreath on your door or get a little Christmas candle out. I mean, you don't have to do all of this, but maybe you will do all of this. And then I want you to send me a picture. Send me a picture. The email's in the description box below. Just send me a picture. And somewhere in that email, I just want you to tell me that you're giving me permission to use that photograph. Okay, if you don't say that, then I'm not going to do it because I want to make sure that you give me permission to use your photographs. And it could be a picture of one little pine cone. It could be one pine cone that you spray paint white, and you say, Scott, that's all I could muster. That's good enough for me because it cheers me up. I want you to get up and get some of those decorations up. Cheer yourself up. You might be surprised. Get the tinsel out and the lights, the fake pine cones and the holly and the ivy and the berries and all of this stuff. Get it all out and be festive. Even if you think no one is coming to your house to see your decorations, if you send me a photograph of your decorations, I'm going to make a little montage. Is it montage? Is that the word? That's probably not the word. Collage? I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to put all those little pictures together, set them to music. I won't announce names or addresses or anything. Don't worry about that. But that's what I want to do. That is your Christmas gift. That's your Christmas gift to me. If you ask me what do I want for Christmas, that's what I want. If you are sitting at home feeling blah, 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 I'm not going to do it this year. I want you to do it. And send me the picture. That's my Christmas gift. Okay? So I'm inviting you to do that. Now, I don't know when let's see, I should set. Okay. I've got to have the photographs by December 20th. No, let's back up. I'm just gonna randomly pick December 18th. I just picked that. That's gonna give me a few days to prepare so that I can release the video. By December 18th, I want a little Christmas decoration picture, okay? And just a little note that says, yes, you can use this photograph, and I want to do that. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how many of you. And listen, don't feel like you have to put on an MGM production. That's not what it's about. Go and surprise Dot at Dot Likes Red, and you're going to love her videos. Thank you again for all the love that you showed to Will at Will's Thrifting Ventures. And be sure and check out my eBay shop tomorrow for all of these items that I'm going to be listing tomorrow that are all going to go up for auction 100% to charity. And thank you also to all of you who encouraged me, and for those of you who placed bids on those other 2 items. It was tremendous. Okay, until next time, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.